Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's Celtic Cross spread as always, and I'll also pull the 4 agreements, Wisdom, Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 2. And second house energy for you guys is Cancer. There will actually be a full moon in Cancer toward the end of December, so it makes sense to see that come up. Generally speaking, second house points to possession, self-worth, finances. All right, we have Capricorn, and as we get to the end of December, we'll actually be in Capricorn season, and of course we've had Pluto transiting through the last degrees there for some time as well. And for you guys, Capricorn represents your 8th house of death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments. And we have the North Node. The North Node's been in Aries for a while now, and Aries energy for you guys is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. So, for all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Alright, so in the main situation position, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and challenging that, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So these are actually both the Virgo energies here. But primarily what I'm getting with this, I feel like this is saying that you might actually get an offer coming your way this month, and probably one that's been a long time coming. But the challenge is you might just be so wrapped up in your own thing now that you're not necessarily open or receptive to this offer. So it could be one of those things that maybe at one point you did want it, right? But it might have just taken so long to come around that you just started doing your own thing, and now you're just locked in on that for the time being. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 9 of Cups. So Pisces energy here, and this actually does point to your 10th house of career and social status. So yeah, if this is around a work thing, right, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, maybe you initially had applied for a job, let's say a while back, maybe never got a call back, and now all of a sudden they could be calling back, but you might have just gotten wrapped up in something better that you feel like, I don't really even necessarily need to pursue that pathway anymore. All right, past energy, we have the 7 of Swords. So it could even point to potentially that there could have been some deception around the situation in the past too, right? So maybe someone wasn't handling the situation on the up and up, right? So maybe if you did apply, let's say maybe you weren't given a good referral, something along those lines, right? So that could have been what got in the way in the past. So it might not be anything necessarily that this person directly did, but that could have been what was at play. Or for some of you, this could just be saying maybe in the past, if you partnered up with someone, they might have taken advantage of the situation. So you might have the feeling like, yeah, you know what, been there, done that. I'm doing so well on my own. It's not really worthwhile for me to enter into a partnership at this time. All right, present position, we have the 10 of Wands. So yeah, this is Sagittarius energy here. So to me, this could just be saying that that's part of it as well, right? Where you've gotten so far along on your path at this point that you're like, okay, it's almost like someone coming in at the last second, like, hey, you need help with that? Like, yeah, I'm already on the 10th one, you know? It would have been nice if you came through a little earlier to help with that. So it could just be one of those dynamics where like, all right, like, yes, that would have been great to have that offer a while back, but now I'm just locked in, focused, moving forward, almost done with what I'm working on, right? So it could just be one of those things where the timing just doesn't line up. All right, and into your future position, we have the Strength card. So this is the major arcana card for Leo, which is your 3rd house of communication. So it could just be saying that some of you, maybe there is a part of you that could respond out of ego, right? And almost kind of like the way I was almost sarcastically talking about the situation as we were going through the cards here. But I feel like this is saying you would hold yourself back from that, right? So I feel like it's saying you take the higher ground anyway, you know. You might politely decline the offer, but that's what I see with that. And if this is just something that you have that you're working on that's under wraps as well, it could just be saying that you might be a little tight-lipped around that, where if maybe in the past you have let your ideas out there and someone tried to run with them, you live and learn, right? So it could be another way it's playing out. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Fool. So yeah, like I said, it looks like this is basically what this is pointing to, saying that you might have carved your own path, right? Almost out of necessity, though. So I feel like, again, like I said, at one time, this probably was something that you did want. You might have been turned down at that time and just started your own thing, and now it seems to be bringing you the success and fulfillment that you were seeking. All right. Speaking of success and fulfillment and the environment position, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, like I said, it's just one of those things where I keep getting the feeling that at one point this was something that you did want, right? But now it's just taken so long. You started working on your own path, and now you're close to realizing your own goals doing that, to where this doesn't really have the appeal that it once did. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the King of Wands. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is probably a hope, right? This is Leo energy again, just like we saw with the Shrimp card. So yeah, I feel like this is just saying hope for mastery, right? Self-control. This person does tend to have success, but they won't necessarily outwardly flaunt it all the time, right? They can at times, but I think this is primarily what it's pointing to, saying that you just want to maintain your composure, keep moving, right? And don't get detracted from your path. Right, and in the outcome position, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is actually Cancer energy here, which we did see come up with the dice, given that that's your second house. And like we mentioned, there will be that full moon toward the end of December in Cancer. So could be pointing to that as far as the timeline goes. But yeah, this usually points to energy of a celebratory mood, right? Possibly reconnecting with friends, family. Almost all cultures in the world will have some kind of holiday as we move through the end of the year, right? So it could just be as simple as that. But yeah, that looks like a good way to wrap up the month. All right. And bottom of the deck, we have more Cancer energy here with the Chariot. This is the Major Arcana card for Cancer. So yeah, like I said, it looks like there's some forward momentum that you guys have going with your finances primarily. Could be any area of life, but it really seems more financially motivated, if not directly career, even some side project you might be working on. But it looks like you have some good momentum there. It looks like the timing is right for you to keep rolling with that momentum. All right. Moving on to your 4 agreements card, we have always do your best and express your own divinity. Okay, it says you don't need the acceptance of others. You don't need knowledge or great philosophical concepts. You have the right to be you, and you express your own divinity by being alive and by loving yourself and others. So yeah, interesting message there, right? Because like I said, let's say you do have something that's out there in the public eye, right? And maybe this is some kind of bigger company that wants to offer to buy your idea out from you, right? And this is one of those things where like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I'm so comfortable doing this now, I don't really feel like I would need that kind of backing, right? So it could just be something like that. It doesn't have to be that major, obviously, but I feel like that's what it's saying, that you're being led to carve out your own path at this time, and you don't necessarily need to lean on others. All right, for your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Go the Distance. Here's the artwork, and the number is 47. Let's see what that has to say. Okay, essential meanings says endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. And ironically, it seems like you already have that advice in mind, right? It seems like you're already on that path. But for those of you, if you start to maybe second guess yourself at some point, hopefully that just reaffirms that you do seem to be on the right path. The relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So yeah, again, definitely a positive message there. I will say this really didn't come across like much of a love reading, but for those of you looking for guidance on that, hopefully that resonated. And the prosperity message says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fires and an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all the phases of manifestation. Be assured that you're in the right place right now. Yeah, again, more reassurance with that message as well, so hopefully that resonated too. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Matsya mudra. The keyword for it is integration. Okay, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says activates the body's self-healing potential, increases suppleness, improves concentration, generates feelings of devotion and compassion. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description video as always. Hope you guys have a good holiday season. I'll see you all next year. All right, bye.